Anybody jumping off the page at you for the rest of our local teams, Eric, that you're excited to see, and just any players in general that you're excited to see how they've developed from one year to another?
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think all those schools that you just mentioned are going to be contending teams. You know, you look at Manheim Central and the pitching depth that they've got coming back, and kind of to ride on the coattails of what Tim just said is that if you get a game or a week where because of a rainout, you got to play 3 games, maybe 4. I know they try and avoid that at all cost, but now you've got to really watch your pitchers and their pitch counts. So the deeper that you can go as far as a pitching staff is concerned, the better you are. I mean, it's always nice to have an ace, but you have to have 3, 4, maybe sometimes 5 arms you can count on. So I think the races are going to be incredibly exciting. And kind of, I agree with what Tim said too. If you can get off to that fast start, get some early wins, that puts pressure on everybody behind you to pick up the pace. So I just think the race from start to finish is one to keep an eye on.
Tim, any of these teams that you're excited to see, any early predictions as to how some of them will do in their respective sections?
I just look at the Manheim Central Barons. I mean, Coach Thompson has done such a phenomenal job over there. He's got a lot of players back, but what's remarkable is how well Manheim Central, how great their athletes are. Now, I don't know how many they have on the baseball squad, but you look at their football program had a great year. Of course, wrestling did. Basketball did. There's a bunch of athletes over there, and sometimes an athletic person can overdo if they're deficient in a little bit of a skill. So I'm looking for the momentum that we have seen for Manheim Central carrying over from the big 2 sports, football and basketball, to continue over to baseball this year.
All right, a big arm for Manheim Central in Jared Murray. He was a part of several no-hitters over there for them last year. Cade Connolly will pitch. Brady Harbaugh is in his senior year as a hitter, so that'll be a big stick along with Kai Watson, Nolan Book, 2 other guys that could really rake for them, and they will be looking to defend their district championship, right, Eric? We had that game up at Fredericksburg at Wanger Field when they played Ephrata. Yep. So both teams made it to the district final last year in 5A, I believe.
I'd love to see a repeat of that.
Yeah.
If not those 2 schools, at least, maybe other, Warwick and Cocalico, throw them in on the mix too. The more the better.
Yeah. Well, and of course you can't, I guess maybe you could get all those guys into the league playoffs. We'll see. That's coming up later this year, but just getting excited for the baseball season to start. Of course, we will have live baseball for you coming up in just a few short days. It'll be on Monday, the 27th, as we will have that Warwick-Ephrata baseball game over at the War in Ephrata, 7 o'clock under the lights. Ephrata loves playing those games under the lights at War Memorial Field. So check that out with us Monday, March 27th, our first baseball game on the channel for this spring season. Check out the full schedule on our website.